A week ago, when Emily boarded the flight back to her hometown, she told herself it was just for one weekend, just her sister's wedding, just family, nothing more. She hadn't been back in years. Too many memories, too many ghosts, and one memory she carried like a scar, the woman she had loved with everything she had, and the woman she had left behind. The wedding preparations were in full swing when Emily walked into her parents' house. Music, chatter, flowers everywhere. She was about to hug her sister when she froze. There she was, Sophie, her sister's best friend, the girl who used to sneak into Emily's car late at night, the one she'd held under the stars, the one she kissed behind the library, the one she promised forever to and then walked away from. Sophie turned at that exact moment. Their eyes locked across the crowded room, and just like that, time collapsed. Emily's heart thudded the way it used to when Sophie whispered her name, but Sophie wasn't the same girl she left. She stood taller, more confident, her hair pulled back neatly, her smile guarded, and on her hand no ring. Relief flickered, then guilt followed. The wedding weekend was a blur of rehearsals and dinners. But everywhere Emily turned, Sophie was there, helping the bride, arranging flowers, laughing with family. They danced around each other, polite smiles, careful words, but underneath, the air pulsed with everything unsaid. On the night of the rehearsal dinner, Emily stepped outside for air, and Sophie followed. "You weren't supposed to come back?" Sophie said softly, her voice steady, but her eyes shining. "I had to," Emily replied. "It's my sister's wedding." "That's not what I meant." Silence. The kind that holds more than words. Finally, Emily whispered, "I never stopped thinking about you." Sophie looked away. "You left. No calls, no letters, just gone." "I thought I was doing the right thing," Emily said, her throat tight. "I thought you deserved someone braver. Someone who wasn't afraid." Sophie's laugh was bitter, quiet. "I didn't need someone braver. I just needed you." The weight of those words nearly crushed Emily. She wanted to reach for her, to say everything she'd swallowed for years. But Sophie stepped back, shaking her head. "I can't do this now. Not with your sister's wedding tomorrow. She needs me. And you." She paused, her voice trembling. "You already had your chance." The next day, Emily watched Sophie move through the wedding like sunlight, steady, warm, untouchable. She laughed with the bride, hugged the guests, danced with the children. Emily's chest ached. This was her punishment. To love Sophie and not touch her. To feel her presence but not claim it. But then during the reception, Sophie came to her. One song was ending, another beginning, and suddenly Sophie was in front of her, hand outstretched. "Dance with me." Emily hesitated only a second before taking her hand. The music slowed, Sophie's hand on her waist, Emily's hand in hers, and the world melted away. "You still feel like home," Emily whispered. "And you still know how to ruin me," Sophie murmured back. They moved together, breaths mingling, hearts pounding. When the song ended, Sophie didn't let go. She leaned in, her lips brushing Emily's ear. "Don't leave this time." Emily's breath caught. "I won't." "Not? You'll have me?" Sophie pulled back just enough to meet her eyes. There was pain there. Yes, but also hope, fragile and fierce. And then, finally, after years of silence and heartbreak, Sophie kissed her. It wasn't the reckless kiss of teenagers sneaking around. It was steady, certain, a kiss that carried all the years they'd lost and all the years still waiting for them. The wedding went on around the music, laughter, celebration, but for Emily and Sophie, it was the beginning of something new. She had come back for her sister's wedding. She found the woman she never stopped loving, and this time she wasn't going to let her go. They didn't speak much on the drive back to the city, mostly because neither knew what to say. They'd reconnected, yes, but that didn't mean things were fixed, didn't mean scars were erased. Can we talk? Emily finally asked as they stopped at a red light. About what? Sophie's voice was guarded, her eyes on the road. Us. Where this goes. Where it went. Sophie took a deep breath, then turned to Emily, her expression pained. I'm still in love with you, Em. But I can't keep pretending that nothing happened, that you didn't just disappear all those years ago. I have my scars. You have yours. We both do. I know. And I'm sorry. I am so sorry for leaving you. For not fighting for us. I was scared. I thought I wasn't enough. That you deserved someone better. What happened to her? The girl who loved me. She's here. She's still here somewhere. But I've grown. I've changed. And so have you? Sophie nodded slowly. Yeah, I guess. We have. You're not the scared kid who hid in my closet anymore. And I'm definitely not the girl who sneaked into your car. A sad laugh escaped Emily's lips. No, we're not. So who are you now? Who are we now? The silence stretched between them, heavy, uncomfortable. We're two people who almost lost each other, Emily said softly. And maybe that's where we start, with honesty. I'm scared, Soph. Scared of getting hurt, of losing you again. But I love you. I always have. Even when I pushed you away, even when I convinced myself I didn't, you're a part of me. We have history, memories, scars. Then let's be honest about today. About now. Don't pretend this is easy. It's not. Don't pretend you're not still scared. Because I see you, Em. I see your doubts, your fears. But if you're gonna ask me if I still love you, well, yeah, I do. Maybe not the girl I once was, but the woman I am today. She reached out, her fingers brushing against Emily's. And if you're willing to risk it all again, if you're willing to fight for us, then maybe, just maybe, we can try to build something real this time? Emily's eyes welled up. I want that, Soph. I want to try. She squeezed Sophie's hand, the contact sending shivers down her spine. Then don't let go, Sophie whispered. Don't ever let go again. Emily shook her head, tears streaming down her face. Never. It took them hours to get home, the city lights blurring into streaks of gold and red. Emily rested her head against the cool glass, the cityscape blurring before her eyes. Beside her, Sophie hummed along to an old song, her fingers drumming against the steering wheel. Emily knew that song. It was their song, the one they used to dance to at the school dances, the one they sang at the top of their lungs during summer road trips, the one they shared as they drove past the old oak tree where they carved their initials. Emily turned to Sophie, her eyes shining with unshed tears. Do you remember? She whispered. All those nights, all those dreams, all that hope we put into that tree, that song. Sophie smiled sadly, her gaze lingering on the tree. How could I forget? It's where we made promises we couldn't keep. But what if we do keep them this time? So what if we make new promises, ones we're willing to honor, to cherish, to fight for. Sophie's eyes met hers, and for a moment, Emily saw the girl from all those years ago, the one who dreamed of forever. "Let's do it," Sophie whispered. "Let's try." And Emily knew, with every fiber of her being, that no matter what the future held, she wasn't facing it alone. She had Sophie by her side, her hand in hers, her love anchoring her soul. The city lights glittered around them, but the only light that mattered was the one that bloomed in Sophie's eyes. Emily leaned in, her lips finding Sophie's in a kiss that tasted like forever. It was a promise, a vow, a whispered prayer. They had come full circle, these two souls intertwined. And as long as they held on to each other, they knew they could face anything.